Greetings there, Dr. Vrilock here, and welcome to Planet Vrilock. Well, I was going to talk about counteracting ocean trauma, pollution. Oh my gosh, it's a huge topic. Counteracting oceanic trauma with psionics. In an older podcast on the topic of healing an entire planet, I made it known to my friends and fans of Vrilock psionics training and technology that the prayer board has been used in combination with the photographs of the late Dr. Emoto's work in his book, The Hidden Messages in Water. And I began what was to be a rather lengthy healing project for the many oceans of our planet. I also did some work in healing the mantle under Japan after a 9.1 earthquake. And that wasn't the only earthquake. There was also one in Kyushu that split it in half. But it was that first initial one that caused the Fukushima meltdown at the power plant there that we realized that there was a crack in the mantle. So we used the Uru's rune, meaning me and my servitors. At the time I was working solo up in my tower of sorts. Actually, I was on the third story of a building. And those of you who have been following my podcast and my writings and my books and audibles and video courses, you know the story, the VPGs, Vrilock Practical Guides 1, 2, and 3. Particularly in the Miraculous Prayer Board Guide. Many of the challenges I went through, seemingly material, but I assure you they were supernatural. You know, the oceans are our main source of oxygen and life on the planet. You don't have to be a far left person, unicorn, wombat, or whatnot. You don't have to be any of these labels. You know, I've talked about that before, that labels limit the information or our knowledge about a thing. Why put a label on yourself? Why pin a little label on yourself? Right? Labels are useful, but for things, not people. Of course, some folks are shaking their heads, you know, thinking, hey, enchanting people is one thing. Manifesting a few $100s, yeah, maybe. But an entire planet's oceans? Come on, Dr. Vrilock. You know, my sympathy goes out for the folks who think this way. It's understandable. I mean, the view of reality that people have about the macrocosmic level, the material world, sometimes the world is just, people say to themselves, sometimes the world is just a lot bigger than we are. However, while sympathy is in order, allow for an explanation of how we work the miraculous and stand the impossible on its head, for which I'm about to tell you all about it. Firstly, your identification with the macroverse, or the universe, limits your perception of the greater interconnectivity of all things. You are not your body. Rather, I beckon you, begin meditation on the concept of your energy body surrounding your physical body, albeit your energy field interpenetrates your physical body, and quite literally, your body is hung on your energy field like the exterior of a skyscraper. So to revise what I was just saying about your body and energy field here, simply know that you are a mind that moves through your energy field. Or rather, even more than this, you are consciousness which does all of these things, which would be creating mind. Have you ever, you've heard the term, I've lost my mind, I'm out of my mind. Well, your mind is not you. But you create mind, you create energy, and inevitably forge itself, yourself, your energies, into many vessels. The astral, the etheric, the physical body, and then, of course, all of the gadgets and magical vessels that you work with surrounding you that make your life happy and keep things tight, high and tight and neat. Keep the magic working for you. All of these things come from the force flowing through you. That is you. You are the force, quite literally. It is how you choose to identify. When you identify by the things that societies, institutions teach you, then you lose that power, which is you. So people often, say that power is a bad thing, but if everybody realized power, it wouldn't be a bad thing, because we would all have power. We would be power. We would want for naught. So begin meditation on your energy field, astral, mental, these bodies surrounding and interpenetrating your physical being, and just keep thinking, where is my energy field? And while you are breathing in and out the vital breath of the universe, repeat this in your mind. Where is my energy field? And you're going to reach a point where there is a transition from the material and your, institutional conceptions that you've been taught. You'll transition out of this into a full consciousness as your awareness begins to peak. And it is at this new state of mind where, upon arrival, you have an epiphany that mind and energy is pouring into your body like a fountain of cosmic power, and then radiating from this body outward. In essence, I am saying that we know which came first here. Remember the chicken or the egg theory? That question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, it doesn't apply here. Not to psychic energy. You begin as a psychic being. The physical and material is merely a vessel. You are not what you think you are until you believe that you are who others teach you to behave as, to act like. The entire society is built upon layers of institutions and traditions to hold you back from true self. And those are constructs and contraptions to keep you in check. As you awaken, you no longer need them. In fact, they become a burden to you. With your true awakening, you will begin to understand a similar relationship with all other material and energy, albeit forces in nature. These external things are also stemming from the mental constructs which are accessible to the psychic self, and indeed influenced by the wise man or wise woman, which you shall be and you endeavor to be. And why shouldn't you? We all could benefit from wisdom, and why should it not be you? You should be next. You should pursue this. And this is where it all begins. I recommend, and I ask you, read VPG Trio, the Vrilock Practical Guides Trio 1, 2, and 3, the Metaphysics of Self-Mastery, the Miraculous Prayer Board, and the Wondrous Wheel. And this will be your guide to opening awareness. You see, you have to understand that I not only tell you what I believe, I give you the roadmap so that you can go and experience this for yourself. Next, yes, there's more I have to tell you. Come here, Mr. Munson. Of some importance here is our understanding that the mental plane is above that of the astral, and within the astral there are divisions of higher and lower vibrations, higher and lower existence, and the same applies to these beings inhabiting these realms or variations of reality, these different dimensions. There are realms of hungry ghost, you don't want to be there, and there are vampire entities. Negative entities can influence our emotions. However, our individual, whom is strong with the mental level, can overcome these influences. One means to an end here is to master the runes. These are great templates, and they can be reused, filled up with the understanding of the runes, and drawn out anytime you need to use them on the spot, on the fly. in real time, but you have to do the work first. Mastery of the runes is never truly an end to a journey. It's the beginning of the next. Although the power of the rune master may certainly be measurably felt and indicated by the responses of such entities in the invisible realms attempting to influence the mind master or rune wizard. That is true. A continuous familiarity with such power staves as the runes will continue to grow upon the witcher wizard and further expand his or her knowledge, intuition, and abilities. Calling up the runes for a variety of purposes also exercises your skill, while in the long term advances your talents as well. The world is overall made of mind stuff, and therefore becoming a masterful mind master and adept in psionic rune work will make you able to control and protect this venture through life and the afterlife and after that, and so on and so forth, can be within your control. Having an understanding of the layers of reality has enabled their doctor and my wonderful students to work miraculous psionics projects in reality. If you join the club, you can read through those projects in the projects page, Vrilock.club. And I have accomplished feats from stemming super typhoons to mending the mantle, quake-stricken islands, to remedying spiritual illness, various difficulties other people have had. The new adventure, however, is yours, and you accomplish this by understanding how to combine your prayer board, your psychometric infusion methods, and the frequencies of positive water crystal photography. Praise and blessings be upon the late Dr. Emoto. Thank you. These positive psi photos cause forces in nature to resonate with the intent of the operator. That means you. Get instant manifestation training at Vrilock.club, where witches and wizards keep the magic high. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Vrilock, signing out.